Hello, everyone. So I'm getting ready for this hurricane that's coming up. I've been praying on it and I'm at peace and, whatever will be, will be. So in preparation for this hurricane, I've got, my water in the freezer so I can use it for ice and drink it as well. I've got all that going on. So, I got something under the eye apparently. So I am making some swamp soup so that I can have that. So worst case scenario, I can put a cast iron pot on the grill and warm it up and we'll have something hot to eat and not just peanut butter and jelly. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll put all the ingredients down in the bottom, plus I will add them up here as we're going. So I am going to put a couple of tablespoons of butter in here in this cast iron Dutch oven. I love my cast iron, y'all. And then I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil just to help that out a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in some onion and some smoked sausage. So it's going to be one whole onion, and it's going to be like a medium-sized onion, and a pound of smoked sausage that I chopped up. I don't like, huge hunks of smoked sausage in anything. I like it to be more of a bite-sized kind of piece. So I went ahead and chopped that up. So we are going to add that in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add the onion in first. Just a rough chop on that. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cook it down, so it'll be nice and soft. You won't have, crunchy onion in there. I don't like crunchy onion in my stuff. I want it to be soft. Oh, there goes one of the pieces of sausage I grabbed. It doesn't matter. It's all going to go in here at the same time, but I only have one hand because I'm shooting this. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in so I can pick it up with both hands, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so we have our smoked sausage and our onion in there, and we're just going to let this cook down. We're going to let that onion get soft. And, the smoked sausage, you could just eat it the way it is. But I like to get it cooked down just a little bit, too. It releases some of the flavor and helps with the soup. So we're going to just let that cook down for a minute. And let that onion get soft. And I've just got this over medium heat right now because I don't really want to, get a crispy coating on that smoked sausage. I want it to stay soft. If you want yours crispy, you definitely could do that. But I just want mine to stay kind of soft and just release some of that oil that's in it, which releases some of the flavor into the onion. And anytime I'm browning the onions or cooking them down, softening them, I try to do it in a little bit of butter and a little bit of olive oil. I know a lot of people don't use butter, but I find that if you use regular butter instead of some of these other things, it's much more natural. And everybody worries about the fat content, but actually butter is, better for you than a lot of these fats that are out there that are produced. So I try to use a little bit of butter in my cooking. I'm from the South. We use a lot of butter. So anyway, we are going to let that cook on medium until those onions get, nice and translucent. And then we will be right back with you guys. So I'll get the rest of my stuff prepped up and we'll be ready to go. Because this is one of those recipes that's pretty much dump and go. We're going to get this done right here, and then we're just going to dump a bunch of other stuff in there, and then it's just going to cook. This is a super simple recipe. It is great for anybody that's living in a cold region because today I'm using all canned things except for the onion, of course, and the meat. But the rest of the ingredients that go in come out of a can. So almost anybody can get them. I know some of it, the greens are going to be regional maybe, but hopefully you can find those. If not, you can probably order them on Amazon. You can't everything else. But this is a great soup for cold weather, and since we got the storm coming, I know it's not going to get cold, but it's going to be dreary and yucky, and I just wanted to have something prepared up so that we would have something warm to eat if we wanted it. So I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Okay, this is looking pretty good right here. So just this comes to the part where we're just dumping ingredients in, okay? So first off, I'm going to dump in my greens. Now, like I said, I am using canned greens right now because it's really hard to get good fresh greens where I am at this time of year. So we're just going to use canned, and they work out perfectly fine. Don't be scared of them. So today I am actually using this Margaret Holmes seasoned collard greens. We're going to put that whole container of that in there. And I am using the Margaret Holmes seasoned mixed greens. Again, the whole thing goes in there. There's a lot of greens in here. So we're going to try to give that a little stir. Which, you know, it may not. There's a lot in there, so may have a little bit of trouble stirring when I can't hold the pot. But on top of that, this is going to be a full pot, y'all. We're putting black-eyed peas, black beans, which you can rinse those if you want to. I don't rinse them because really all it does, it might make it a little bit muddy looking, but I really don't care. And then we are going to put Great Northern beans in there as well. So all those beans go in there. Pretty hearty soup. And then we're also going to put a whole can of corn in there. So all that goes in there. And then we're going to give this a stir, which I may have to let y'all go so I can do that because you see how full this is. This pot is completely full. So I'm going to put you down for a second because I have to use both hands. Y'all know how I am. And I'm going to stir this up really good, and I'm going to show you the last steps. Okay, so I got it all stirred up. Look at that glorious looking swamp soup. Look at those colors in there. I love it. Okay, so next up, I'm going to throw a couple just bouillon cubes in there for some flavor. And we're going to put in a little bit of chicken broth. Now, I'm not going to have room to add much chicken broth. If you got a bigger pot, you can add more. But I'm going to add what I can. That just gives a little bit more flavor. But I don't want to get it to where it's going to boil over, you know. So, we're going to add about that much. Then I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar, just about a tablespoonful, and it's not going to give it a vinegar flavor. So, you know, if y'all don't like vinegar, don't freak out. That's just to cut some of the bitter out of the greens that are in there. I've been doing that for years, you know, growing up. You always put a little bit of vinegar in there to cut some of that bitterness from those greens. And I know some people put sugar in it. I don't care for sugar in my greens. If y'all like it, you go right ahead. You make this kind of your own, you know. But I'd rather just put a little bit of vinegar. Like I said, it's not going to give it a vinegar flavor. The acid just helps cut some of that. Okay. And then for the last step, which most people don't do. In fact, I don't know anybody else that does do this. But I throw in a packet of ranch dressing, the dry dressing, because it just gives it some flavor. You know, it's a little bit different from what everybody else might do, but I like it. So we put a little bit of that ranch dressing in there, and we're going to let that meld in there and stir it up really good. But that's it, guys. I mean, it is literally that simple. Then we're going to cover it, and we're going to let it simmer all day long. And just let those flavors mix in there together and be gorgeousness. And then I'm going to make, you know, some cornbread to go with it, and that's our meal. Now, you know, if this is not your cup of tea, I completely understand. But it is, you know, it is a pretty reasonable recipe as far as, you know, monetary concerns. It's pretty cheap to make, especially if you have, you know, some of these vegetables already on your shelf and all that. So, you know, give it a try. If you like greens, just give it a try anyway. See if you like it. You never know till you try something, right? So, you know, growing up, I wasn't a big fan of greens. And as I got older, I started really liking them. So, you know, our taste changes are supposed to change every 10 years. So, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I will have, like, you know, after it's cooked down and everything, I will have a picture, or I'll put it in the video of what it looks like. And I hope you guys will give this a try. And I'm going to go finish up with my hurricane prep. So I will see you guys around, I hope, in the near future. I am still planning on doing my Christmas sale. It just got delayed a little bit. Milton decided, you know, no, you were going to do it, but no, I'm going to make you wait. So anyway, it will happen eventually, as soon as I can get through this storm and everything taken care of, and hopefully not have any major damage going on around here. But I appreciate all you guys that's saying that you're praying for me, and I mean your thoughts. I really, really appreciate that. And like I said, I prayed on it myself, and God's given me peace over it. So whatever happens, that is His will and that is His plan, and I'm fine with it. So guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will keep you updated as to the storm and everything that's happening. And I'm going to go run some water in the tub so I have some reserve in case the water goes off, so that we can still flush the toilets. So until then, I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed doing this for you, and I know we're going to enjoy eating it. So see you around, everybody. Bye. Okay, so here is the final product. Well, I say final product, but I've still got it cooking over there. You know, it's like I'm going to leave it cooking all day. It's been cooking for a while now, but this is pretty much the way the final product's going to be. Look at all that corn and different beans in there, and that wonderful smoked sausage, and then all those greens. Look at that. Now, I didn't add any salt to this because those seasoned greens, those Margaret Home seasoned greens, have quite a bit of sodium salt in them. So I didn't add any because I'm trying to keep my salt content down because of my blood pressure. But you can taste it, and if you want to add some salt, you can as it's cooking. But I don't need any salt with this. I think this is going to be just fine the way it is. So we're going to give it a little taste here. Oh my gosh, that's so good. You wouldn't think so, but it's delicious. So, hold on, I'm trying not to talk with my mouth full. Anywho, I hope you will give it a try. It is so good, especially for those colder climates in the wintertime, when you just want something hearty and warm to go in your belly. And plus, like I said, this is really, you know, this soup, the way it is made, is actually pretty healthy for you with all these vegetables in there. I mean, you do get some fat content from the smoked sausage, but it's not bad at all compared to some of the heavier soups you do, and it's nice and hearty. So give it a try, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and like I said before, I will see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and give all the glory to God, and I will see you around. Bye, guys.